I feel like we just were on the same page today, coming off a big win from Kansas. We kind of knew what we wanted going forward, and we came and we played like that today. Obviously, we know we were making shots, so it made it a lot easier. But being able to come and get a 20-point win always feels good.
When you got the free throw line there pretty often, just how physical was it for you tonight, especially in the first half?
It was pretty physical. They're playing very aggressive on rebounds, on shots. They were super aggressive, and so it was all about just getting to the line and making your free throw when the time came, and that's what we did tonight. So.
Alyssa, was this kind of a take what the defense gives you type of game? Because y'all made 14 3-pointers the other night, only made 2 tonight, but a lot of points in the paint.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to adjust to your competition. So the way they were playing us, we knew we could pound it inside, so that's what we did.
Queen, how did it feel to hit your 1,000 career points?
Finally, that's all it felt. Felt good, but been a long time coming.
Just for both of you to finally have the Big 12 home opener and then get the wins, how did it feel?
It felt great, honestly, because, we started out 0-2. We kind of like that Kansas win was a big win for us, so just coming home. I love the energy at home. I just feel like it's a different environment. You got the fans on your side, home court advantage. So just coming in and getting that win just helps us, and hopefully they're there for the Iowa State game.
Queen, Coach said yesterday that Jamie spoke up a lot during scouting sessions, said Oklahoma State likes to do this, do that. Did that play a factor today?
Oh, for sure. We were running down when I heard a play. I'm running down, screaming at Jamie, what is it, what is it? And she's echoing it out. They're going to do this. They're looking for this, the handoff. So it feels good kind of knowing what somebody wants to do. It helps defense a little bit. I mean, you still got to guard it, but it helps knowing what they're trying to do.
Queen, do you feel like this team has confidence right now and you guys are going to move on here?
Yeah, I feel like if it's not one person's game, it's another. And I feel like if it's not your game, obviously people still have helped in different situations. Just because it's not your game doesn't mean you can't help us. And I feel like that's what we're doing, acknowledging when somebody else has the hot hand and feeding them and continue to go to them while keeping your shot and playing aggressive. And, one day we're going to have a game where we all play great together, and we're just waiting for that.
Is this the kind of game you feel like you're capable of on a night-to-night basis?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you probably won't go to the free throw line 9 times, but overall, being aggressive and trying to get to the free throw line and sticking with my shot is what I like to do.
Alyssa, you had a better shooting night than the other night, but you still like to see a better clip there.
Absolutely. I feel like it wasn't really a good shooting night, but, you got to move on.
Terrible.
It was terrible.
It's okay.
Melissa, what's that like kind of at the end of the game? Obviously, you guys have already put it away to be able to come out and just kind of like take a little rest and have other players get time rotation together.
I feel like it's great. Always going to our bench is good for us. It gives us opportunity to rest our legs and prepare for the next game. So, yeah, everybody just got to stay ready because you never know when your name's going to be called.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I think it was some momentum from the last game, some the matchup, some being at home finally. Some Queen getting off to a good start and, kind of giving us that presence in the post. And, I thought defensively we were not dialed in at the beginning, and that's frustrating. But I think after they made 3 or 4 baskets, we started to guard better. And, I think they were down a key player, and I think they really tried to control tempo, quite frankly, not unlike we did against Oklahoma coming off of COVID and knowing we couldn't run up and down with them, even though, most of the time all you do is hear me yell, run, run, run. At Oklahoma, I was yelling, slow down, let's set something up. So, I thought that hurt them. I mean, when you lose your only double-figure score, I thought at the beginning that gave them a little juice. Like everybody was a little more confident in terms of searching their own shots. But I think in general it was just sometimes it takes one to get over the hump.
Coach, what did you think about Queen's
Yeah, I mean, the way they played our ball screens, she was gonna run to the rim clean. So, they hard hedged our ball screens all night. They never stopped. They jam Kate a little bit early, but other than that, so when we got better at slipping, it was just a matter of catching it as the weak side was coming over, and it was usually a smaller player. So, it's catching it without having someone knock it out of your hands. Our posts are so good that everyone congests the lane, and so when we bring it down, the ball's gone. It's a jump ball. The ball gets knocked out of their hands, and so when we catch it, we got to chin it. And we got to go up. And she did a good job of, if not finishing, catching it and then making her foul shot. So that was really good to see. Especially a night where we honored Jamie for her 1,000th point. For Queen to get them in the first half, knowing she needed 11 was really good. I mean, we need Queen. That's the Queen we need every game.
Nikki, and I asked her that. Is this what you can get from her every night?
I hope so. If you got any advice, no, I mean, I think it's, look at Queen's career. I mean, I don't want to say I'm the difference maker because she's had strings in the past where she's put together 3 or 4 games that make her look like a top 5 pick, and then she kind of disappears. And so that's my challenge. My challenge to her, it's her challenge to bring that every night. And regardless of whether you're getting touches, it's playing that fast. It's getting up and down in transition. It's making simple plays. It's not trying to do too much. And, I thought one of the best plays she had of the night was a little drop past the list. When those two can, learn to play together and pass the ball and get the ball to each other, I mean, both of them have scorer's mentality, but when they share it, we're a better team.
Nikki, were they emphatic in taking away the three-point line, and did you encourage the guards to try to get to the basket?
Yes. They part of it's how they play. I mean, they don't, I would say they try not to give up threes. They've guarded different teams different ways. Iowa State, they switched everything. So they tried to take away the three-point line and make Iowa State play to the mismatch on the switches. I think the only game they've given up threes is Kansas State because you get in that quandary against Lee. Do we let her get deep touches, or do we bring doubles? And so, they would sit on one pass away and make you skip it and maybe give up a 3 on the skip. But they are heavy ball pressure. They are heavy denial one pass away. So when you put the ball on the floor, if they're going to hard hedge you, that guard is caught up, you got to play downhill, And so I thought, I had a good meeting with Jordan Lewis yesterday because she's lost some of her aggressiveness the last few games. And tonight you saw the Jordan Lewis we saw early in the season. She didn't take as many shots as she probably can, but it was her playing downhill, whether it was in transition, whether it was off step-ups. I mean, because they hard-hedged all our ball screens, they couldn't hard-hedge our step-ups. So we could get against their bigger posts all night long in our step-ups along the sideline. And so I don't think 125 Winchester and DeLapp could guard J. Lou coming off those ball screens.
A dominant win like this at home, what do you think this will do for your team and their confidence?
Hopefully just that. I mean, hopefully we're not too high. I mean, they know we have Iowa State coming in. I mean, Iowa State is a team that has given Baylor problems in the past, regardless of the dominance or non-dominance. They do what they do. They stretch you out. They're a little different this year because they don't really have 5s that shoot 3s, but they can make 15-footers and they can score against a mismatch. People probably think their 5s, are their weak link, but you look at the end of the game and they split minutes and you look at them and they've got 18 and 10, So even though on paper you're not like, wow, their low post game is what they do, they're pretty efficient and effective, And then Donarski and Johns, they're just good. Ashley Jones is really good. So I heard she had COVID. I don't know if she'll still have it on Sunday, but I won't be disappointed if she does. I just hope she's not too sick. But we just got to get better. It's going to be a totally different style than we saw tonight. Iowa State's not going to dribble weave it, for 20 seconds and then try to attack us. They're going to look for the first good shot, and they're going to take shots that we're surprised they even take. So, we can't be as lax on the ball because Donarski will dial up a 3 on you if you play off her as far as we were playing off some of their guards tonight.
You guys are able to force 17 turnovers tonight, getting done a variety of ways, shot clock violations, drawing charges, and steals. What did you see from your team on that end of the floor?
I think we can be better. I mean, I think that some of that was, them not having Lauren Fields and having someone that can put pressure on the D. I thought the rotations were better as the game went along. I thought we looked a little tired personally. I thought our on-ball pressure can be better. We got better in our ball screen coverage. They run a ton of ball screens, middle, side, whether they were early, whether they were late. I thought we got better as the game went along. But Kate's always going to take charges. Jordan Lewis is going to take charges. Those guys are going to rotate and take charges. And I thought in some ways, we just had an advantage because they didn't aggressively attack early. So we always were kind of set and back, and our biggest struggles were in sudden change stuff, turnovers, long rebounds, that type of thing. So we're going to have to be better Sunday.
How much did Jamie's prep help you guys?
She didn't know any of their play calls. So she says they changed them. She said when Vivian Gray went to Texas Tech, they changed all their play calls. So she was of zero help on that, which, usually that's like the secret sauce right there. But she did know tendencies. She talked a lot about, some of their tendencies, like in the film room. Like Tari would give her talk about each player, and then Jamie would add a bullet point here and there. So the players had fun with that, kind of asking that. But I do think they're running some different stuff from last year when you don't have Jamie Asbury and you don't have Natasha Mack. I mean, they're not running all the same stuff. So, but a lot of it was, we were stealing as a game. We play them twice. So every time they made a play call, I said they're getting ready to run 43. Let's make sure we know what 43 is the next time they run it. So yeah.
She did have 4 steals.
Hey, she was motivated. There's no question. I mean, I wish we could have gotten her more shots, to be honest. But, I thought she really guarded. I think she was a difference maker. She had some really good passes early, I thought, as well. So I thought she had a great game.
Anybody else? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.